You're lost deep in the woods with no phone signal. Night's falling fast. You need to get rescued. But how do you make sure searchers actually find you? Being found alive is all about signaling from miles away, making noise they can hear, and leaving clear traces for rescuers to follow. When creating signals, use high-contrast colors like bright orange or red against natural backgrounds, and arrange materials into large letters spelling out SOS or similar rescue markers. Creating loud noises with a whistle is more effective than shouting. Use it in short bursts, 3 sharp blasts, followed by waiting for 1 minute to listen for a reply. For leaving traces, place items along your route that are clearly unnatural, like brightly colored cloth or plastic, but avoid damaging the environment unnecessarily. Always stay put once you realize you're lost to make rescue efforts easier and more effective. Step 1. Build a visible signal fire. It's not just for warmth. It's to send smoke signals high into the sky, alerting rescuers to your location. Choose an open area with no obstructions and good visibility from above and around you. Gather dry wood, small sticks, twigs, and leaves. Start with kindling to get things burning quickly, then add larger logs as a base fire. The goal is to create dense smoke that can be seen from a distance. However, remember that starting fires in the wild must comply with local regulations and seasonal restrictions. Always check beforehand to ensure compliance. Step 2. Use a mirror or any reflective surface to signal for help. Hold the mirror at an angle toward the sky during daylight hours. Sunlight will flash back in all directions when reflected properly. At night, reflect light from distant sources like street lamps or fires to make your position more visible. Keep flashing it every few minutes to maintain visibility and increase chances of being spotted by rescuers. Step 3. Lay out bright colors in a large SOS or help sign on the ground near your camp. Use anything you've got, like clothing, blankets, tarps, even strips of fabric torn from your gear. These signals are universally recognized and hard to miss. Make them big and bold so searchers can spot them easily from above. Remember, always follow local laws and regulations when setting up any rescue signal in a protected area or national park. Step 4. Set up a whistle and start using it every hour or so, especially around dawn and dusk when sound travels farthest. 3 blasts in succession, 3 seconds apart, is the international distress signal. Keep going until you see or hear rescuers approaching. To increase your chances of being found, combine auditory signals with visual methods like smoke or mirror signals, ensuring compliance with local laws regarding fire use if applicable. Step 5. Create a large arrow on the ground pointing to your location. Use natural materials like stones, sticks, or logs to build arrows that point directly toward the nearest landmark, such as a mountain peak, bridge, or road. Make sure the signal is clear and obvious for rescuers to follow from a distance. Remember, it's important to stay put once you've signaled your location, as moving around can make rescue efforts more difficult. Always adhere to local laws regarding marking trails or altering natural environments. Step 6. Carve messages into trees near water sources or along trails using your knife or another sharp object. Clearly mark SOS or write directions like rescue this way. Searchers often check these areas, but remember that marking trees is only one method and should be used alongside others like building signal fires and creating ground-to-wear signals for a better chance of being found. Always follow local laws regarding tree damage in survival situations. Step 7. If night falls and visibility drops, switch to light signals. Use flashlights, headlamps, or any bright lights in short bursts. 3 quick flashes followed by 3 seconds of silence, as per the international distress signal, SOS. Keep repeating until dawn. This is especially effective if rescuers are within line of sight but can't see your fire due to darkness. Remember, always follow local regulations and guidelines for signaling to ensure safety and effectiveness. Now here's the deal. All these methods work great on their own, but together they form a multi-layered signal that's hard to miss. Searchers with binoculars will spot your smoke and reflective flashes during the day. At night, your lights and sounds can cut through the darkness, and from above, your ground signals can guide them straight back to you. Always ensure you're following local laws and regulations for signaling devices in wilderness areas. But here's the tricky part. You need to keep it going non-stop. If you stop signaling for even an hour, rescuers might miss your location or think you've been rescued already. So once you start, stay consistent. Keep building that fire, flashing a signal mirror in rescue aircraft's direction during daylight hours, laying out large color contrasts with fabric or debris, blowing your whistle at regular intervals according to internationally recognized distress signals, 3 short blasts, 3 long blasts, and then 3 shorts, and pointing arrows toward likely search routes. Always ensure you're signaling from a safe location where there's no risk of starting wildfires or exposing yourself to dangerous conditions like smoke inhalation or hypothermia in cold weather. Let's talk about the dark side of this. What if it all goes wrong? Say you're stuck on a steep cliffside with no space for a big fire or signals. Or maybe you've run out of materials to make any kind of mark on the ground. In these cases, you need one last desperate move. Find something that's highly reflective, like shiny foil from your lunch or even a metal can, and start reflecting light towards likely search areas as much as possible. Sound also travels well in nature. If it's safe to do so, make noise by banging on objects or using any kind of whistle or horn you may have. Remember, always follow local laws regarding signaling for rescue. And here's the kicker. The one mistake that costs lives is thinking, they'll find me eventually. No signal is too small or too obvious to ignore if it means saving your life. However, always ensure your signals are legal and do not harm wildlife. Every single method gives you another chance, every time someone passes by or looks up into the sky. Remember, it's crucial to know local laws and regulations regarding signaling devices in case of emergencies. So how do you actually make sure rescuers see you? By making yourself impossible to miss. Smoke produced by a well-controlled fire can rise higher than clouds and be visible for miles, especially if the conditions are right. Bright colors like orange or red stand out against any backdrop, so wearing or displaying these hues can help rescuers spot you from afar. Whistles can cut through silence and carry for long distances when used correctly. Lights, such as a flashlight or signal mirror, can pierce darkness and be seen from great distances. Additionally, leaving clear signs like large letters spelling SOS or marking paths with brightly colored ribbons can guide searchers directly back to your location. Always remember to follow local laws regarding open fires and leave no trace after signaling for help. Now, let's be honest. No signal is perfect on its own, but together, they make you a beacon in the wilderness. Night falls fast and cold, but remember to keep signaling, stay visible, and never give up hope. The difference between life and death can be as simple as making sure rescuers see your smoke or hear your whistle, provided you're following local laws and guidelines for signaling devices and methods. Always ensure you have a reliable way to create smoke signals, and that you know how to use a whistle effectively and legally in your area. This is educational only. Foraging, hunting, and fishing carry real risks and are governed by local laws and seasons. Always verify plant and animal IDs with an expert, follow your local regulations, and never eat anything you can't 100% identify. Signal fires at night are the gold standard for attracting attention. They're bright, they're smoky, and they stand out against a dark sky. But here's the thing. Not all smoke is created equal. You want thick black smoke that cuts through the darkness. How do you get it? Burn something wet or green, like fresh pine boughs, but be sure to use materials that are readily available in your environment and won't harm yourself or others. During daylight hours, mirrors are incredibly effective signaling tools. A small mirror held at an angle to the sun can reflect a blinding beam visible for miles. However, once spotted, remain stationary so searchers don't lose track of your signal. Always remember that legality and local regulations govern where and how you use such signals in restricted areas or national parks. Another trick: use natural materials like rocks or branches to spell out SOS or help. Ensure these signals are large enough to be visible from the air and place them in open areas where planes and helicopters can easily spot them. Additionally, consider making multiple sets of these signals at different points near your location to increase visibility and aid searchers in triangulating your position. Remember, always comply with local laws and regulations when creating any form of rescue signal. Whistles are another critical tool for signaling rescue. The international distress signal is 3 short blasts followed by 3 long ones, repeated at regular intervals. However, don't just blow your whistle non-stop. Use it strategically to avoid drawing unwanted attention from wildlife or other potential threats. Always remember that local laws and regulations apply even in emergency situations, so be mindful of where you're. If you're stranded near water, using flares can be effective for attracting rescuers from a distance. Deploying a flare into the air creates a bright signal that can help searchers locate your position. However, remember to keep a safe distance while igniting and deploying flares, as they burn extremely hot and fast. Always follow safety guidelines and ensure you're in a secure location when using them. Another key tactic is to stay put once you've been found. Moving around can confuse rescuers and make it harder for them to locate you accurately. Continue signaling even after they spot you to ensure they can pinpoint your exact location easily. Remember, always follow local laws regarding signaling devices and methods in wilderness areas. Now, let's talk about what not to do. Avoid using small, easily blown objects like clothing to signal rescuers, as the wind might carry them away, making them ineffective and hard to find. Also, never start a fire for signaling or warmth without thoroughly considering the risk of accidental spread and wildfire. Always prioritize safety and legality when attempting any survival technique. Here's another crucial point. If you're in a wooded area, clear some space around your signal markers.